Have you ever filmed something, looked at the back of your camera and thought, yep, Spielberg would be proud? And then you load it onto your computer and it looks like it was shot on a potato during an earthquake. Yep, I've been there too many times. So today I'm breaking down 5 beginner video mistakes I still make so you don't have to. And hey, if you're just getting started, grab my free cinematic starter kit. It's linked in the description. I give you great tips and tricks, and you can also get a couple of free Lightroom presets there as well. G'day friends, I've been filming professionally for around a decade, from drones to mirrorless to action cams, solo shoots, and many real estate walkthroughs. And trust me, I've made all the rookie mistakes, often with full confidence and zero hesitation. But today I want to help you to avoid the worst of them. So mistake number 1 is ignoring the histogram. See this squiggly graph? That's the actual histogram. It looks like a smartwatch after a brisk walk, but if that graph is smashing to the right side, it will look like you just filmed everything in a nuclear blast, because all your highlights will be blown out, and if it's hugging the left, welcome to Batman 9 Darkness Forever. And your camera screen will happily lie to your face, especially in bright sun. So therefore, trust the histogram. It's that brutally honest friend you didn't know that you actually always needed. And the goal with the histogram is to keep all the lines even as possible, so you don't want it to be spiking too much on the left or spiking too much on the right. That way you'll be more evenly lit. Mistake number 2 is settling for good enough framing. If you take the time to move a chair or move a rubbish bin or move a plant, the shot will become instantly better. And you really have to keep an eye out, because sometimes you think you set up the perfect shot, it's gorgeous light, subject looking sharp, but then you notice later that there's garbage bin in the background. So take the extra 10 seconds, move a chair, shift your angle, kick the dog bed out of frame gently. One step can turn a messy vlog into a shot people actually want to watch. Hit that like button if you've learned something so far. Also comment below with your biggest beginner filming mistakes. You get bonus points if it's tragic or hilarious. Mistake number 3 is skipping the tripod. Tripods are heavy and annoying and the gear equivalent of flossing. I used to hate them, I kind of still do. But do you know what I hate more? I hate wobbly footage that makes my talking head videos look like it was filmed on the ocean, like this. So if you want clean compositions, locked off time lapses, motionless B-roll that doesn't make your editor cry, bring the tripod, use the tripod, love the tripod. I named mine Trevor. He's been with me longer than some of my friends. Hello, Trevor. And yet, a tripod still won't make your camera glide like a pro. Mistake number 4 is what actually makes your footage look like Hollywood. And this is mistake number 4, thinking a gimbal is optional. Ah, the gimbal. A robotic arm that says, I may be alone, but I shoot like I've got a crew of 5. If you want cinematic movement, those smooth push-ins, buttery follow shots, elegant parallax spins, handheld just won't cut it. Unless you have arms made of molten steel and joints like a Steadicam operator from the 1970s. Now, even a basic gimbal will change your footage overnight. You can get gimbals for your phone. They're very cheap, like 150 bucks. And you can use your phone to get those smooth shots. You don't need an expensive camera on a big rig. But just be warned, they do require practice, balance and calibration to get the best out of them. Because when you first start, they feel completely foreign in your hands and they feel like they've got a mind of their own. But after a while, you get used to how they work. Now, mistake number 5, which I do too many times and too often, is called rushing your settings. And things like setting your camera screen to 720p by accident, or setting slow motion footage when you didn't want it. We've got the wrong white balance settings, which gives you that orange or blue shift in your footage. Just think of it this way. Imagine filming that perfect scene, the light is golden, the shot's incredible, but later realizing afterwards that you shot the whole thing in 480p or 720p, or in the wrong color profile, or at the wrong frame rate. And you think, that won't happen to me, yeah, blah, blah. But once I actually filmed a sunrise in slow motion by mistake, it looked like the sun was stuck in traffic. So therefore, always double check frame rate, resolution, ISO, shutter speed, white balance, because 5 seconds of checking equals hours of post-editing saved, and it equals 1 less meltdown. And filmmaking is not about having the most expensive gear. It's about knowing how to use the gear you've got and not tripping over the same rookie mistakes over and over again. So if you avoid these 5 traps, you'll be way ahead of where I started. Remember to download my free cinematic starter kit. It's packed with tools, a few Lightroom presets, and setup tips that make your footage look instantly better. Now, knowing all these mistakes in advance will make your footage so much better, but you still need to know where to put the camera to get the best shot. And this video here will solve that problem for you. Thanks for watching.